Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Daytona International Speedway for the K&M Duels 150 to determine our starting lineup for the Daytona 500. I have here in the booth with me Jake24. It's great to see him here, and this is his first appearance ever in Speed Weeks in this entire series. Let's get down to our pair up for your starting lineup on the inside lane for the Daytona 500. Funny enough, that iconic number 24, Chase Elliott, in his first Daytona 500, qualifies on the pole, and you have the defending series champion, Kyle Busch, starting in second.
Here in row number 2, we have his Hendrick teammate, Jimmy Johnson, starting third, and Jimmy McMurray starting fourth.
You have the Rocket Man Ryan Newman, 2008 Daytona 500 champion, starting in fifth. And you have the Ricky Santos Jr., who won the Daytona 500 under caution in season 2. Interesting to see what he's going to do tonight.
Here we got in row number 4, we have Kyle Larson and Joey Logano.
You have there rounding out your top 10, Kurt Busch, who's never won the Great American Race, and the famous 3-car of Austin Dillon, who's never went to victory lane in the Cup Series. Let's see if he can at least change that with winning tonight's duel here in Daytona. Now, let's get ready for the starting command here in Daytona.
Drivers, start your engines.
In his first Daytona 500, the 24th Chase Elliott wins the pole. I mean, what do you got to say about that young man?
Hey, that 24 car is fast. Picked up right where Jeff Gordon left off, getting pole in his first ever Cup Series rookie season, and we will probably see a lot more of that number 24.
Let's hope he can get a win this season, because he won that Nationwide Series championship back in 2014, did another season last year. You know, it's been really interesting to see him drive around. You have the 18 car of Kyle Busch. He's won here at Daytona 2 times, 2008 and I think 2008. I kind of forgot. And season 2 in a photo finish with him and Michael Waltrip. What a great race that was. He's not really known for being that well at any other super speedway like Talladega, and he's never won the Great American Race in his career. See if he can at least start this weekend off by winning the first duel. But let's see how that plays out. Green flag for the first duel in the Daytona 500.
Chase Elliott with an amazing start. He clears the 18 of Kyle Busch. He's probably going to go high to. He is probably going to go high to block the run here. Yes, he does. The winner from that.
He's in a sitting duck though compared to the rest of the field. You see there 41 of Kurt Busch not wasting any time. Side by side between most of the field. Landon Castle also 3 wide. Kyle Busch at the bottom. Way down low to prevent any side draft advantage by Chase Elliott. Ryan Newman, I don't know why he was veering left and right like that. Probably some issues going on with the 31 already. 3 wide Stewart Haas teammates, technically 1, 2, 3. Clint Boyer still waiting for Tony Stewart to retire to take his ride. Danica Patrick and Kurt Busch pretty much tandeming on the bottom. Chase Elliott doesn't really need a win or even finish that well in this race. He will still get the pole. And Kyle Busch is going to lead lap 1 here in the first duel.
They are 3 by 3, 3 rows deep. Kyle Busch controlling this field. His brother Kurt is right now leading the inside lane. He's trying to find a way to lead this back here. You got to remember.
3 by 3 for the lead.
Yeah, now Kyle Busch rolls back to the top.
A lot of momentum already as a wrecking in the back. Kyle Larson and Stenhouse. Waltrip avoids it somehow. Already a wreck. And we've, funny enough, never seen a caution in the duels here in this series. Racing it back to the caution house, clear as day. Is Kurt Busch going to be leading the field unless that momentum kicks up for that 48 car. Never mind, he's getting side drafted to oblivion by the 18. Danica, can she get second? Kurt trying to block her to prevent Jimmy from taking it, but Johnson's going to get second. Danica Patrick's going to get third, so the SHR teammates going to be 1 and 3 on the bottom. Already a caution, Larson and Stenhouse. Let's look and see what happened to them. Larson and Stenhouse just... David Reagan looked like he was going to take it 3 wide, but was backing out. Austin Dillon also got some damage there. I mean, he hit him, but I don't think he's like raced any damage. Larson and Ricky Santos Jr. already some horrific damage. I think they can repair it and not resort to backup cars already. Depends on how the damage is fixable. That's the problem. Kurt Busch leading us to the caution. We'll be right back here at Daytona. Welcome back to Daytona. Coming to 10 to go in the first duel. And, well, not that bad of a race so far. I mean, it's technically 2 laps already, so we don't really have a say in how the race has been. But Jimmy Johnson and Kurt Busch cleared the 2 fastest cars in the race. Chase Elliott already moving to the back. That's where he wants to be. Joey Logano there, Jamie McMurray, the 2010 Daytona 500 champion, and David Reagan, who could have won 2011 if it wasn't for the restart jump to get in front of Trevor Bayne. And Landon Castle, Matt Benedetto, and then BK Racing, the second car in their team, the 83 of Matt Benedetto back there. Wait, no, no. Michael Waltrip. Thank you. Okay. Bro. Anything you guys say before we go green?
These guys, you know, they never really were in a pack of 20 cars, and especially what we saw after lap 2. Maybe push down or be a little bit less aggressive. You don't really know how the car's going to handle after 2 laps, so we'll see how this goes the next 10 laps here as we're about to go green.
Yep. Pace car diving off. Jimmy Johnson, I think he's going to get the jump here. Prove me if I'm wrong. Never mind, I'm not wrong. I'm always right. Jimmy Johnson with the jump. Kurt's younger brother Kyle coming to help.
SHR Alliance on the bottom of Danica Patrick and Kurt Busch does not look like it's working though, as Jimmy Johnson has about a half a car length on Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch with the side draft as Danica's trying to come in to help.
Ryan Newman technically another SHR car, although he lost his job to the 41 of Kurt Busch. Chase Elliott, never mind, he doesn't want to go to the rear. He wants to see how that car is going to handle, already making it 3 wide for the bottom lane. Jay McMurray, Matt Benedetto not going to help him. Landon Castle, Trevor Bayne, single file on the outside. Kurt Busch in the lead. Jimmy Johnson on second. Soon to fall back to third if Danica can get in front of him.
Now Kurt Busch can control both lanes. He can decide where he wants to go. He decides to choose the top. He lost faith in his teammate. This field is shocking position right now as opposed to who's going to win. Recently.
Yeah, who's going to get 3rd place in the Daytona 500 unless Chase Elliott wrecks out already. Ryan Newman not wasting any time with a lot of help from Jay McMurray. Danica Patrick really pinching the 48 car. Oh! What a save!
He saved.
That could have been their entire weekend right there starting in the tail end if it wasn't for that amazing save by the 41 car. Look at the speed. He just pulled away from that field. He's easily going to continue leading. Ryan Newman and Jay McMurray right there in tow. Logano shoving the crap out of Jay McMurray there. See there, David Reagan going to force a 3 wide in the middle. Kind of a risky move. Ryan Newman easily going to get to the 41's bumper. Now that he's inside, look at the momentum difference. Wow. 200 miles an hour into turn 1. With soon to be 7 to go.
Newman just flew like a rocket there. Wink, wink. Yeah, he's nuts.
I knew that was a joke. Oh, McMurray going to block the 22. He knew Logano was going to make the move. Elliott now up here. So much for me saying he was going to drop to the back and save his equipment. That is like fine wine for that 24 car.
Now this field is just back to 2 wide, like they're running 200-mile-an-hour pace laps. As Jamie McMurray is going to now clear the 31 of Ryan Newman and take the lead.
Great run for him. Ryan Newman is not going to lead that lap. Michael Waltrip there, tail end of the bottom lane, 2nd lane I really mean. McMurray leads this lap. Now Logano going to take it. You don't really get any, there's no real points you get for leading laps. This literally is just a race to determine the starting lineup. Andy Castle there right now looking to the inside of the 22. Logano still blocking him. Not anymore though. Logano wants that speed on the straightaway, so he moves to the top. Reagan with a huge stuff, that 38 car. The Stenhouse, look at Kyle Busch 3 wide in the middle back there. Good boy, soon to follow in the 48.
You can't gain positions unless you make another lane. Look at Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He just was sitting in the back, and look at him now. He's got 3 cars. Kyle Larson and Michael Annette. And now Michael Larson as well, and he's going to go right in front here.
Look at the pushes here. They're not actually pushing because of the Gen 6, not the COT. But these two were involved in the first wreck of lap 2, and look at them. They're already up to the front. They definitely don't need to resort to a backup car here at Daytona. Austin Dillon, huge! Oh my God! Airtime for the 3 car here at Daytona. Danica Patrick, Kurt Busch, Johnson. Clint Boyer, I think, avoided it, but just stopped on the racetrack to make sure he got around it. I think Larson's going to lead us coming back to the caution. He's never won here at Daytona.
He's got a big lead. Does Ricky Stenhouse have anything for him? Doesn't look
Michael
like
Annette
it.
just going to push him.
Take a peek.
Now Michael Annett just pushed him out in front to make sure. Michael Annett now is going to be second place here on this restart with 5 to go when we cross the line. Kurt Busch, Danica Patrick, Johnson, and Austin Dillon pretty much out of the race and have to resort to backup cars. What a shame for them. Let's look and see that airtime for the 3 car. So you see Austin Dillon, you know, I guess Spotter thought, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that 10 and 41, they almost went to a backup car, but it looks like at this point they're going to have to. But Jimmy Johnson, Danica Patrick, and Kurt Busch were all up front just 5 laps ago, and now we're caught up into this humongous accident, including Austin Dillon, who almost went up and over, but thankfully that car stayed on the ground.
Lynn Boyer, funny enough, completely avoided that. He's going to get around these 2. Yep. Kyle Larson, Michael Annett front row. Michael Annett has actually won a race in this series in Season 2 at Las Vegas. I still cannot believe he won that. Still in shambles with how Larson won 2 races in Season 2. Bristol 9 by taking away from Junior, and Talladega by taking away from pretty much everybody in that race. It was actually a really clean race too. One of the few clean super speedway races with pit strategy. Anyways, second caution of the night. Could this be the last one? Probably not. We'll be right back here at Daytona. 2 to go when we go green here for the first duel. Who's your pick heading into the final restart?
I'm eyeing on the 83 Michael Waltrip. He was in the back most of the race, but he had a good run with Ricky Sennas when he went for the lead, and I feel like that 83's got a lot of speed, and we just don't know it yet.
This might be a terrible take for me, but I honestly think Larson's going to get it. I mean, he's never won a race here at Daytona. He went in the catch fence really, really horrifically in 2013 in that nationwide race. Terrible wreck for him. Still managed to just continue racing, and look where he is now. 2 career wins. Hasn't won since Season 2. Was close to making the chase in Season 3 and 4, but just so many different winners, he just ran out of time. Let's see if this season is the one he can finally break that winless streak and make it in the chase. So I have to wait and find out. Watch Michael Annett somehow win this. I swear.
It's going to be 2 laps to settle this first duel as they head to the restart zone here.
And the jump goes to Larson. Michael Annett, terrible restart for that 46. He has to get the push of his life in the NA17. Michael Waltrip already half a car length below, trying to get clean air to the nose. Jay McMurray already 3 wide on the bottom. David Reagan and Casey Mears now on the bottom and middle. Now,
they're already 3
Waltrip,
wide.
Tolkien, Larson, barely. Oh my God, I thought you were going to come up into that 46. The 38 of Landon Castle trying to shove the 83 in front. Stenhouse Logano now pushing the 46 now. Michael Annett needs these pushes if he wants any chance to get 3rd place in the 500.
The 3rd lane is already forming, as you were going to say.
Oh, okay, dude, every time they poke through, I think they're going to wreck. But this time, it's going to be the white flag. Stenhouse going to pinch that 83 for side draft. White flag at Daytona. Michael Waltrip 3 wide on the bottom. He hasn't won here since the 2011 truck race. That was funny of the 10-year anniversary of his first Daytona 500. But you'll be a sitting duck if you're pulled too far out in front. That 83 just cleared all of them. The 38 now in contention. Landon Castle, Casey Mears. Michael Annett with a huge run on the outside. I don't think it's going to be enough. Michael Waltrip could just make an easy block and it's over for that 46 car. Here goes the 38. The 13 showing him. It's going to be a photo finish here. I could be wrong though. The 38, the 13's not linked up with him that much. The 83 with a huge run.
It's gonna
side by side to the finish. Michael Waltrip wins.
Wow.
The first duel.
Hell yeah!
3rd place at the Daytona 500 is won by Michael Waltrip.
What a finish.
Landon Castle so close yet so far. What a bitter defeat to that 38 machine. Jimmy Johnson, although he got involved in that wreck, actually did not seem off pace at all because compare him to Kerr, Austin Dillon, Danica Patrick out of the race, so he's dead last in the inside lane, 39th. Jimmy Johnson will not be resorting to a backup car, although he will still be starting way in the back. Chase Elliott did not wreck out and does not have to resort to a backup car because of that. He will be your Daytona 500 pole winner because of that. What a race there. Great win for Michael Waltrip. The guys are getting ready for the second duel now. Let's head on over to there before it's too late. Welcome back here at Daytona National Speedway for the second duel of the Great American Race. Michael Waltrip won the first one in a fantastic photo finish with him and Landon Castle. I don't know how he made that outside lane work, but that might be a showcase of what the second duel is capable of with these new drivers here. Let's get down to the pit row for your starting lineup for the outside lane in the Great American Race. I don't know how many times he's done this, but Dale Earnhardt Jr., 4 straight seasons of starting on the front row for the Great American Race. I don't know how you can stop that 88 car. After winning the Sprint Unlimited, it's interesting to see if he can pull it off and win the duel. He won here last season, but that was mainly because he got really lucky with that block on Jimmy Johnson. You have the 20 of Matt Kenseth, not really known for qualifying well in super speedways, but he clearly showed it tonight, qualifying in second.
Here in row number 2, I don't have as much analysis as Jake does, but here's Brad Keselowski starting third and Martin Truex Jr. starting fourth.
You have there Carl Edwards in the 19 car starting in 5th place. You have there his teammate there, Denny Hamlin, in 6th.
In row number 4, we have Kevin Harvick and good old Casey Kane.
You have their last season's Daytona 500 champion, Paul Menard, and funny enough, the driver who's never won the Great American Race, and this will be his final Daytona 500 start, Tony Stewart in the 14. Now, let's get ready for tonight's starting command for the final duel in the Great American Race.
Drivers, start your engines!
Fired up, you're ready. Fired up, ready. Fired up, you're ready. Hey there.
Some already way more interesting names in the first duel. I mean, you have Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 2016 beautiful nationwide colors. You have their Season 1 Daytona 500 champion Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, Casey Kane, Tony Stewart, Paul Menard, Eric Almirola, Greg Biffle, his final Daytona 500 start. He's never won this race. He was close to 2012, but he decided to be a nice guy and push his teammate to the win. A.J. Allmendinger, Regan Smith back in the 7 Tommy Baldwin car. It's great to see him back. Then you have there Bobby Labonte, could be his final NASCAR Sprint Cup Series start. What a shame to see him go. Chris Buescher, Ty Dillon in the 95, Michael McDowell in the 59, Brian Scott in the 44, and Robert Richardson Jr. making his first Sprint Cup Series start in the 26 BK Racing car. They could have had, BK Racing could have had all their cars start in the first duel. That would have been interesting to see because the Michael Waltrip machine won the race. That was really special to see. Anyways, folks, getting ready for the starting, getting ready for the green flag to fly here at Daytona. Pace car dives down, side by side throughout the entire 10-car race here. Green flag at Daytona.
Dale Jr. and Matt Kenseth side by side. Looks like Dale Jr. though has a little bit of an edge on him. Looks like as they head into turn 1, Jr.'s gonna take. He's up to clear of him.
Already, they're already more wild than the first one. Carl Edwards not wasting any time. They're actually really far up the pace there in the back. As let's get this ticker up, although that we haven't completed the lap yet. 15 laps here in the second duel and first duel. See how they play out. Will they be having 2 cautions once again like the first one, or will this be more clean than the other one?
We are 3 wide. Here comes Carl Edwards on the bottom. Brad Keselowski.
Oh, I didn't say that. He doored the 20 car there. I don't know what that was about. Dale Earnhardt Jr., the roar of the crowds, leads the first laps. We're not going to include the crowd, though, because my ears are a little ringing right now. But yeah, you see Kevin Harvick, Carl Edwards on the bottom, Dale Earnhardt Jr. leading that outside lane. Matt Kenseth, Martin Truex Jr. right behind him. A bunch of Toyotas behind him, actually. The only teammate he has in this race is the 5 of Casey Kane. And Casey Kane did not have a good qualifying one.
They are 3 wide for the lead.
Soon to be 3 by 3. Here comes Harvick. Harvick going to shove the 19 out. Nobody's going to back out of it. Kind of weird move by him. Bobby Labonte now to the bottom. I think Junior's going to lead both laps in a row. That engine is steaming along here. Brian Scott there now dead last out of these cars. Junior leads another lap.
And we steamrolled over here. As they are still 3 wide, except Dale Jr. has cleared everybody. And now Kenseth is the one that has to deal with this. But it looks like that bottom lane's forming even more, so give Carl Edwards more help. Look at Bobby Labonte up there. the top 10.
Indeed, Carl Edwards right now going to pinch that 4 car to try and get some side draft. Brad Keselowski, he's won the Daytona 500 in season 1. Now looking to get another Daytona 500 because he's already won a championship as well. Really nothing left for him to conquer other than the Southern 500 and the Brickyard 400. Oh, Menard! Holy crap. Menard's going to do. Junior is flying right now. Another lap left, but now Edwards is here. Right to the bottom lane with help from AJ Allmendinger. That sounded really southern. Bobby Labonte. Oh boy.
It seems like they can battle the 88, but they just can't get around him. As I say that, Carl Edwards is the point.
I'm actually realizing I don't think it's actually the 88's engine. I think it's just Kenseth just being that good of a pusher. You have Kenseth, Truex, Hamlin, Casey Cade behind you. How can you beat that? Those guys' engines clearly were made for a race. Now AJ Allmendinger leaves the bottom.
They are 3 by 3, up 5 rows deep. As AJ Allmendinger is going to clear.
You see that? The camera angle's not really good for that moment. Not that for that. AJ Allmendinger across the line right in front of them. First lead change of the race, and it's with 11 to go this time. Bobby Labonte now going to shove that 47 out in front. Greg Biffle right behind him. Eric Almirola as well. Michael McDowell. Oh, Junior nearly put himself on the wall. Junior with a huge head of momentum from that 20 car. Look at him go down the backstretch.
They are a dead heat right now as they enter turn 3. Dale Earnhardt Jr. as Jake said earlier,
It's
really strong outside
3x3 racing. Look at this. 6 rows now 3 wide. This is insane. That 88 is never mind. That 88 is so fast though. Gonna lead another lap. I don't know if anyone can get him. You have to get the shove of your life from that 32 car, but I don't think Bobby Labonte has any aggression to do that. This is the duels. You don't want to wreck out. As I say that though, AJ nearly cleared him. Carl Edwards really wanted that side draft from that 88 car. The only 2s that aren't 3 wide are Robert Richardson, Tony Stewart, Chris Buescher in his first Cup Series start, and Regan Smith there in the back. 3 by 3 racing still. Bobby Labonte is really getting squirrely. I think he's a little loose right now in the bottom lane because he has no air. Currently 3 4s in the bottom lane. I think 88's not going to lead this lap. I think it's going to be either AJ or Carl. It's going to be Carl. Like just a nose over that 47. I'm actually shocked the bottom lane is not moving at all. Are they really that loose, or are they just being really patient with their engine temps right now?
I think it's just a mixture of both. I mean, this is insane how nobody can really have a clear advantage, and everyone's just sitting and they're messing with half a car length here and there. But as of right now, I mean, you can see it. The middle of top, it's running the back straightaway. Then the bottom.
Your mic kind of cut out there for a little bit. That's some good timing, because this time by on lap 8 of 15. Let's do a little bit of crank it up here at Daytona. Back at Daytona, that was a terrible time to crank it up because now they're 4 wide. Greg Biffle now leads the bottom lane.
Wow, that could have been really bad.
That could have been race ending almost, dude. What a move by that 16. He's going to take the lead. The 16 and Biffle now leading the field.
The car must be here looking good because holy moly, he made a great move to lead the
KFC car, of course.
I could just say he's flaming hot, but
that'd be even more. Oh, okay. I think it might have been AJ Allmendinger issue because Bobby Labonte now leading the bottom lane just took the lead right back. 3 by 3 still, 5 to go in the second duel. I mean, who's to lead the lap? Edwards easily. By just a nose. Oh boy, they're gonna get even more aggressive. Here comes Alvaro full wide. Everyone's going to commit to it! Oh my god! Never mind, Bob Afghani. You're going to jump in front of the 47 AJ Allmendinger. Greg Biffle and Edwards side by side. Biffle nearly doored him there. Almirola is having some problems. I don't know why they lost so much momentum. Brian Scott looked to try and take it full wide. I don't know what that was about. That outside line is still steaming along though. You cannot top the outside in this duel.
Edwards all over the place.
Wide almost. Edwards trying to side drive him as much as he can. Biffle knows he has no help at the moment. Edwards going to lead another lap. Eric Almirola right behind Michael McDowell. Brian Kozlowski now looking full wide. I guess the AJ Allmendinger's car is just not fast. Brian Scott full wide.
Looks like it can work.
They're way more aggressive than they were in the first duel. Bobby Labonte looking 3 wide on the bottom. Maybe there's a reason why Tony Stewart's in the back still. He's just playing it safe right now for his final Daytona 500 duel.
They got the aggression level just picked up the last 3 laps. With Greg
Infinity, dude. That was insane. I can't believe they did that. See, they're still racing like crazies. 3 to go in the duel when they cross the line. Biffle now takes the lead. Gonna try and block Edwards. No. I'm rolling on the bottom. Help from Michael McDowell. Gonna side draft that 16 though. Oh, Smith. Okay, he shoved Roberts so hard. He got so loose. No way Bobby Labonte's going to take a 4. Okay, he looked like he was going to take a 4 wide for the lead. Here comes the 43. Famous Petty Blue Colors now leading the bottom lane and soon to be leading the duel. Coming to 2 to go at the line. Will they go 4 wide again? Robert Richardson there. Oh, McDowell's going to pinch that 32 up there. Racing really hard. AJ Kenseth making contact. And there it is. There, finally it happens.
Oh my goodness.
What a, oh my god. Robert Richardson
up and over.
Heavy flip for the 26. Gets hit by the 20. Tony Stewart avoids it. Great job by him. Never mind, he did. He put himself on the wall.
Back up half the field.
Hey, that was everybody. That was literally everybody.
I can only see 4 or 5 cars that made out of that one.
Chris Buescher has some hood damage. He didn't make it out. Casey Kane, right side damage. Regan Smith destroyed. 7 cars made it out unscathed. Only 7. Out of 20 cars. That was a huge hit. Robert Richardson is okay. He told the safety workers that. 2 made in the air there on that front stretch. What a hit for him. So can go on board with the 2-car Brad Keselowski. Yeah, so you see AJ just pinched the 20, kept pinching, and Keselowski don't know. Oh! You see the Robert Richardson flipping in front of you. Spinning around and around. Brad Keselowski, that was his view of that. Let's go and get a better view of that.
I knew this was happening.
Robert Richardson here, once again, I don't know why AJ did that. What a hit for the 26, though. First Sprint Cup Series race, and you were upside down getting hit by Matt Kenseth, too. How did Stewart get damaged? Let's go more with him. Final Daytona 500, and what happened?
There's nowhere for him to go.
Hamlin almost slipped. Did you just see Robert Richardson in front of you? Oh.
Wow.
He even stopped to make sure he wanted it. But yeah, Tony Stewart said on the radio that engine is not doing well. Robert Richardson, Matt Kenseth stalled on the front stretch there. They're pretty much out of the race. Coming to Harvick as well. I know they seem pretty distant, but this pretty much tells you the whole wreck in one angle. Yeah, just see nothing but flips there. You see Robert Richardson flipping. Then he gets smacked by Matt Kenseth. Tony Stewart avoids them. Man, what a gut punch of that 26 car. I mean, Kevin Harvick, Paul Menard, Daytona 500 champion. I mean, a lot of names. And I was talking about in the intro. Big names were in this race more than the first duel. Most
Season
of them
1
were out.
Daytona 500 winner, Brad Keselowski, almost went up and over.
Actually,
And
speaking of Daytona 500 winners, I think we only have one in the top 7.
Wow.
A ton of cars out of the race. I mean, only 14 remain out of 20. So I think that should just tell you how this race is played out. I mean, you have the first duel, which had 2 cautions, a couple of minor spins, other than that one collecting Danica Patrick, Kurt Busch. This one, you had drivers upside down, Brad Keselowski catching airtime, Denny Hamlin as well. Way more chaotic. Who's your pick to win the second duel for the Daytona 500?
I know we've been seeing that 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. being very fast in the top. But I'm putting my money on Carl Edwards. He's been very fast throughout the second duel, and he's gonna be starting on the outside lane. And I feel like that outside lane just works so good. Unless Greg Biffle gets a good jump, I think that 19 is gonna be in for new lane.
My pick is going to be the 16 of Greg Biffle. I mean, he has not ever won the Daytona 500. He got close 2012, as I said. Finished second to Matt Kenseth after pushing his teammate to the win. Actually, I think he got third. What? What's Ty Dillon
Well,
doing?
that's interesting.
Ty Dillon having some beef, or is he just having engine issues? He's trying to make it to pit road so he can get out of the race. I don't see any fingers flying, and I do not hear any curse words from the 27 or the 95. So he was just taking the short way around the pit. Yeah, no, his engine, when he was leaving pit road, he said his engine was completely destroyed. He couldn't even make it 100 miles an hour to catch the field. So he's done for the race. Anyways, let's see if our picks can hold on for just 2 laps here for the second duel. Edwards gets the jump.
Wow, he clears the
Great restart for the 19. Bobby Labonte up behind him. Junior now going to help out the 32. Oh, Labonte did not get going. What a horrible restart for that 32.
Junior is gonna make it 3.
No, Junior's going to follow the 43, the 16 to the inside. It's just 8 cars going for the win in this duel. Junior now 3 wide on the bottom. Almirola now stuck in the middle. All by himself, Junior goes for the lead. I don't think anyone was going to go with him. I might be proven wrong, though. Brian Scott's coming. Casey Kane's out of the draft, but Bobby Labonte now coming to help. Greg Biffle coming to lead the white. And this Almirola's forced to stay up now. It's just 7 cars going for this win. Greg Biffle in the lead. The 8 is going to take it. White flag. How in the world did he do that?
How? On that restart. Not
Ryan Scott now 3 wide, gonna try to follow in his footsteps. The 8's pitching that 16 like crazy. 16 trying to side draft. Oh my God, that was close.
He's close. I don't know. He's not clear though. Once the 16 got down the back straightaway for the final
43's trying to shove him. Can Edwards make any move? Those 3 cars in the back. Bobby Labonte, Brian Scott, Michael McDowell. No momentum. It's just 4 cars for the win. Almirola trying to help the 16. 88's pulling away more and more. He's going to clear him over 4. Unless Biffle trying to get the outside. Never mind. Junior's going to win the Sprint Unlimited and the second duel for the Daytona 500.
That 88's fast. He's definitely a car to watch out for this Sunday's Daytona 500.
How? I just remember something.
Yeah, good job. Great car.
What was it?
He won the Sprint Unlimited and the duel.
Wow. Heck, 88's fastest for these speed weeks.
There's a certain curse that people like to call the Daytona Triple. And nobody's ever done it. There's a reason why it's called a curse. And I think 88 just pretty much ruined his chances of winning the 500 because of that.
We're going to find out.
I mean, out of all people to accomplish it, I don't think Junior would be the one to do it.
He's quick.
Oh, he might honestly he's probably tied for the best super speedway driver in NASCAR history. If it was like Earnhardt, I'd say yes, they would do it. But Junior, not like only 1 championship, although he should have had like 2 or 3, like I will be in shambles if he somehow pulls this off. Like
Well,
I
you
would
gotta
actually fall out of my
Speedway.
seat and probably die if he pulls it off on Sunday.
You gotta remember, super speedways. Anyone you can get
Anyone
wrecked
can
out
win. I
very
mean,
easily.
I don't
Exactly.
know, why are these two still out here? Okay, they didn't have room to pit. That's why. But yeah, dude, just there's a reason why it's called the curse, because nobody's ever done it.
Mhm.
Nobody's
He's
ever
gonna flip
won
that next.
and completely. Nobody's ever achieved the Daytona Triple. Like Kurt Busch 2011 won the Sprint Unlimited, and his duel got wrecked out in the second to last restart in the. Well, no, he got abandoned on the final restart on the final lap of the Daytona 500. So, I mean, that's the most recent case. I mean, so and that was in 2011. We're in 2016, and it's nobody's ever even done Sprint Unlimited or the duel. I know Lambo said in season 3 Matt Kenseth was going to call his Daytona Triple because he won the Xfinity race and his duel, not the Sprint Unlimited. Truex took it away from him. I mean, so there's been that, and also Kenseth didn't win the 500. It was Gordon. So, folks, keep an eye on Junior. I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on him.
I didn't know
Hey,
Brian Griffin was on a pit sign.
Huh?
Brian Griffin's on a pit sign. I just saw that. That's funny.
Wait. Oh my God, you're right. I just noticed that. What the hell? Okay. Keep an eye on the 888. I mean, it's called the curse for a reason. He might not do it, knowing his luck recently. But he could prove us wrong. And I will fall out of my chair if that's the case. I want to thank Jake24 recording the duels with me. Stay tuned for tomorrow for the truck race. We have a interesting booth for that. Xfinity's going to be really fun. And, of course, you got the Daytona 500 as well. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Congratulations to Michael Waltrip and Dale Earnhardt Jr. for winning the duels. Get ready for Friday.